Happy New Day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and watching. This video was requested by multiple people, and I'm finally getting around to doing this video. The topic of this video is people wasting your time and your energy. Now, I have a different perspective on that, but I've heard many complaints from people about other people wasting their time and their energy, and I can say that I've been a person who has complained about that as well many times. And through my experiences and self-reflection and just growth and taking responsibility for everything that happens in my reality, I've come to a different conclusion about that, about people wasting my time and my energy. And though it may not feel good to other people who hear this perspective, this is what I've concluded for myself. And that is, no one has ever wasted my time or my energy. The reason I feel that way now is because I feel that whenever I have been in a situation to where in the end I felt like somebody wasted my time and energy, it automatically places me into a victim state. And I don't really resonate with being a victim anymore. And I've talked about this in the past. It's probably been a couple of years now. I've been speaking on being a victim and taking responsibility for the things that happen in your reality. But instead of looking at myself as being a victim of someone else wasting my time and energy, I realized that my lack of awareness and my own ignorance caused me to not be able to recognize the signs and the inner guidance that I received Okay. I'm losing my train of thought. Start slipping away immediately. I don't know what I was saying. The splenic manifesting generator. My goodness, that moment to moment lifestyle really is that. Once it's gone, it's gone. I feel like it's going to come back though. Okay. So I was saying that I don't feel that anybody has ever wasted my time or energy, because I realized that it was my own lack of awareness and ignorance that caused me to not be able to pay attention to the signals and the indications that I felt in my body that I should not be engaging in particular situations that involved other people. Whenever I think about a situation where I feel that my time and energy was wasted, I can also remember the indications that my body gave me to let me know that if I get into this, that I'm not going to feel satisfied in the end. And that's what it is. When you feel that somebody has wasted your time or energy, it's because you have put your energy and your time into something and you feel as if you did not get some type of return. You feel that you didn't feel fulfilled in the end of that interaction. And I'm sure everyone at some point in their life has engaged in something to where in the end they were like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have given my time and energy to this person, the situation, to whatever. And for me, in recognizing that it was my own lack of awareness and my inability, I don't know if I should say inability, but yeah, I'll say my inability to recognize when to listen to my body and me listening to my mind and feeling that or thinking that I should engage in something even though my body is giving me all of this resistance. That is what sets up the whole situation to where in the end you feel that your time and energy has been wasted. And I actually feel freed from being a victim of many situations to where I felt unfulfilled in the end, and I automatically looked at it as the other person is doing something to me, whereas now I can see that I engaged, and because I engaged, however the other person operates with me, they are really entitled to do that. And also there are a lot of situations to where if you're looking at other people, if you're blaming other people for wasting your time and energy, a lot of times they're not listening to their inner guidance and to what their body is telling them. There are a lot of people that say a lot of things, or say that they're going to do things that are based on what their mind wants to do. And ultimately, it's your responsibility to be able to recognize if what they're saying is coming from their place of truth or not. Because a lot of times, if you just, I don't know if it's about paying attention, but if you just feel, it's like your body will always communicate with you. And yeah, you can pay attention to like body language, and you can even use logic at times and listen to what a person is saying in regards to what they're gonna do, or let's say you're planning with somebody to do something, and there's always something that is there within the conversation or that interaction that indicates if a situation is actually going to play out or not. And again, it's up to you to be in tune with yourself and to be more aware of you first and foremost, and also the situation that you're engaging with, to be able to know if you should take it seriously or not. Lately, well, I'll say, the last year and maybe a last year or two, Um, I openly tell people that I don't really believe anything until it's actually existing. I can consciously sit and listen attentively to people talk about all types of things that they want to do and that they're going to do, but it means nothing to me. Just like I wouldn't expect anyone to really believe me in what I say that I'm going to do, because anything can happen from what I'm saying that I'm going to do until me actually doing it. And that moment of me actually doing it may never come. And the more I get in tune with my body and listen to it, it allows me to not hold on to expectations of people, even if they're sincere, even if, they sound very convincing at the time. I mean, there are some very, good talkers out there. But when it comes to them actually doing, there are people that are so good at talking, they can talk their way through life. And when you really look back and see what they've actually done as far as a follow through, there's nothing there. But deep down in their heart, they may really feel that, hey, I'm going to follow through. And life may just keep taking them to where they never follow through, but they keep talking about what they would like to do or what they're going to do. So that's a great example of the mind versus the body. The mind is always talking, it's always saying all types of stuff that there's no evidence of physically. So again, it's up to you. It's up to you to be in tune with yourself so that you don't feel like you're constantly wasting your time and energy on people and on situations that never come into fruition. I don't know if I finished. Sometimes I'll start making a point and I won't even finish it. Like, I'm thinking about something that I said like 5 minutes ago, and I don't feel that I actually completed my thought. I don't know. But again, just because you may have people that do a lot of talking and there's no physical follow through, and that frustrates you, it doesn't mean that they're always doing it on purpose. Now, you definitely have people who they have learned to live based on the gift of gab. They've learned to live based on their ability to use their words in ways that mesmerize people, and there are people that are good at selling people dreams, and that's just how they move about and navigate within their lives. And just because it may be frustrating or negative for you, that may be their way of life, to where they really don't see anything wrong with it. But because you have a different way of life, you see them as maybe a con artist, or someone who's a liar, or someone who just is constantly wasting your time. And if you confront them, they may not have any idea of what you're talking about. They may not even be able to relate to the frustration that you have towards what is natural for them to do. So again, you are responsible for your own movement in this life and the way in which you choose to spend your time, your energy, and make decisions. In situations that, I'll say this, whenever I'm interacting with another person, I'm open to all possibilities when it comes to either me gaining something from the connection that deals with an equal interaction and exchange, or gaining something from the interaction that deals with me realizing this person has absolutely nothing to offer me. So I go into situations and dealing with people to where I've already made up in my mind that even if I'm going into something that it is agreed that, okay, we are going to interact based on this particular focus, which is ultimately to build on a certain outcome. I'm already prepared for everything to fall apart. Like, I'm already prepared to learn something, even if it deals with me never seeing this person again. So again, I can sit, I can listen attentively, I can engage in many different types of conversations with many different types of people. And even though I'm paying attention to the other person, I'm first and foremost paying attention to myself and my body. And I'm listening to when my body is like, okay, what they said right there, that's true. But what they said right there, you can kind of scrap that. So everyone's different. So this is just my way of taking in information and deciphering what I should keep, what I should discard, what I should believe, what I shouldn't believe, whatever the case. But again, because everyone's different, it's up to you to be in tune with yourself, so that as you move through life and you deal with all different types of people, all different types of energies, all different types of makeups, that you are able to navigate in a way that doesn't cause you more frustration than it should. Because in the end, you don't have anyone to blame for real. You can blame, you can be a victim of people all day long, and you can blame this person and that person all day long, but at some point you're going to feel powerless because you're giving all of your power. You're basically saying, oh, I'm a victim of what this person did. So every time you do that, you're making them your master in some type of way. You're making them the person that's in control of your frequency and your energy and your psyche and your ability to be in harmony and in balance with yourself. And while you're pointing the finger, blaming them for wasting your time and your energy and whatever else you're blaming them for, what are they doing? They're going about their life. They're not, they're not thinking about you. They're not saying, oh man, I feel really bad for wasting that person's time or energy. I mean, they may, but for the most part, they're not harboring that aggression and that frustration like you are. And again, a lot of times people may not even know that they just wasted your time and energy. So in me having a business and being a YouTuber and having tons of people reach out to me and I don't know, like it's just something that I can sense. I can even sense BS through the email. There are people that and if you're one of these people, I'm sorry if I'm offending you. It's just the truth. But there are people that that send me emails and they type so well, they say such great things on the email, but for whatever the frequency is, my body is picking up on it as soon as I start reading, it's like I know, oh, this person is not. I'm never going to hear from this person again, or this person is not going to do what they say that they're going to do, because it's a lot of people that just because they have access to communicating with you, it's like I don't know what it is, but they just feel the need to tell you what they're gonna do. Like they feel the need to say, oh, I'm gonna get a reading, and I want to do this and do that. And it's like, well, when you go to McDonald's, or when you go to the grocery store, or when you order something off Amazon, like, do you go into the store or into the restaurant? Do you go into McDonald's or wherever you go for food, and walk up to the cashier, look at the menu and say, I'm going to get a quarter pounder with cheese, a large fry, and a sweet tea. I'm going to get that next week. Like, who does that? Like, when you go to Amazon to order whatever you're ordering, like, do you go and yeah, they have like those little wish lists or the shopping carts or whatever, so you can like go back and get your stuff, but do you contact the support team at Amazon or eBay or wherever and say, hey, I was looking at these products that you have, and I'm going to order these things next week or next month when I get paid? Do you do that? And maybe there are people that do that. But for whatever reason, people feel like they need to do that with me. They need to email me and tell me that they're going to get a reading when they get paid, or, and it's like, I'm just reading, laughing, like, I don't care. I don't believe you, because at the end of the day, the website is set up. If you want something, as humans, we know. If we want something, there's no thought involved. You just do it. You just go get it. And because I've had plenty of people that did not hesitate to get whatever they wanted from me as far as services or whatever the case, I know the difference between people who are serious and people who value other people's time and energy versus the ones that don't. Because the ones that don't are going to just talk. And I do understand that there are many people that use their ability to directly contact me, and there are other people who have businesses who deal with the same thing. But to get a response from me is the goal. That's what it is. You would like for me to email you back and feel that direct connection from Asiya so that you can feel better about yourself. That's just what it is. Because if a person really wanted the service, there would be no pre-communication to that. It would be boom, click pay, and from there, you get your one-on-one time with me. You get your video session, you get a detailed breakdown of your human design chart. You get what you want. But the emails and saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do in the future, I don't believe you. I just don't, because I know what it is. So in the very beginning, when I first started my business, I would get frustrated with that. I'm like, why are these people just lying? Why are you lying to me? Why? But I don't look at it like that anymore. I just realize that, I'm in control of the situation. I can either respond or not. And even when I know that people are not telling the truth, I still respond to them. Because sometimes people just need to know that you did connect with them in some type of way. Even if they don't truly support your business and they truly don't respect your time and energy. It's okay, because I respect my time and energy. And I have taken responsibility for how I utilize my time and energy when it comes to interacting with other people. So, yeah, if you're someone who has never looked at this particular topic in that type of way, it's a possibility that my perspective made you cringe a little bit. It made you uncomfortable because you want to still like be mad at those people that wasted your time and energy, but it feels so much more empowering when you take control of yourself and you're able to just be detached enough to not let other people's ways of operating, which you can't control. You can't control other people and what they do unless you're just extremely manipulative and, you know, a mean person. That's another topic. But it's just so much more empowering when you just take responsibility and say, you know what? That's fine that you know, that you're going to do all of those things in the future, but, you know, how about this? When you're actually ready, when you know that your next moment is going to be you following through, then contact me or reach out to me or whatever the case. When you know that it's existing, it's real, then get back to me. And that way you're not waiting on people, and you're not having these expectations, because that's a form of people not just having control over you, but holding you hostage. When you're waiting on someone to follow through, and when you have expectations of someone, they are literally holding your energy hostage. And that's not a good feeling, like, at all, to be waiting for someone to follow through on something that has absolutely no evidence, or, you know, there's nothing to prove that this futuristic plan is going to actually come into fruition. So don't let people hold you hostage. Free yourself and your energy and be your own authority. Listen to your inner guidance. Take control and responsibility over your reality and how you're moving and navigating and interacting with different human beings out here. Yeah, I think I covered, took some notes. Who still uses a BlackBerry? I do. It's very useful. But yeah, I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about in regards to this particular topic. So thank you all for tuning in and watching, and enjoy your flow mints and free your mind to shine. Until next time.